Prepare yourself for an experience like never before. Welcome everybody to race number 6 of season 6 of the Snickers Cup Series, our first road course stop as we finish off our race weekend here today at Thornton International Raceway. If you haven't tuned in for the Truck Series and Mobile Cup Series races here, then you have no idea what you're in store for here at today's event. This is a racetrack that is 12 miles long, which is why we're only running 5 laps here today with no caution flags. However, there's a lot more to this racetrack than meets the eye. Very difficult turns, long straightaways, but here's the catch. This is a racetrack that takes all different aspects of other racetracks and completely blows them off the face of the earth. The front straightaways, back straightaways, all these straightaways that you're going to be seeing, these long straightaways, they are actual highways. The traffic has been stopped on one lane to be able to allow these drivers to race street racing here today. Still, the other side of the traffic lane, though, has traffic going. If you slide into their lane, you could be involved in a head-on collision with a trailer truck or a bus. Not going to be a good end to a day. The big thing, though, that a lot of drivers have been talking about that came into this race, I was browsing through the garage area, they were all saying the thing that scares them the most about this racetrack is the turn of death. Yes, we named it that in the Mobile Cup Series event. It is the final corner. If you take that turn too wide, you're going to go off an 80-foot cliff and land on the beach below. We've already had several contenders go down in off that turn of death. Danny Wells, Joshua Michaels, and Dawson Wise. There may be some others that'll have that happen here today in this Snickers Cup Series event. You can bet that's going to be on the minds of every single one of these drivers, knowing that it is possible they could be next. On the pole for today's race, the Survival 400, very appropriate name. It's going to be the defending champion, John Cittadino, who currently finds himself sitting winless so far and 32nd in the point standings. He'll get the pole position for today's race, though. Alongside of him, Dylan Young comes in 3rd in the point standings, and Dylan's actually been doing well in his 2 starts here at Thornton. He finished well in trucks and finished well in the Mobile Cup Series event. So Dylan Young out to prove something. One of those drivers who tasted the turn of death, that is Joshua Michaels. He'll roll off from the 3rd position, comes in today's race, 20th in the standings. You can bet he's got to be on pins and needles, maybe shivers sent down his spine as he looks down that long drop off that 80-foot cliff. Alongside of him, rolling off from the 4th position will be his teammate, Rohit Vedaravu, in the 43. Vedaravu comes into this race 36th in points, but in the last few weeks he's been putting together some really good runs in that 43. And rounding out the top 5 is going to be Hayden Klein in the 27. He comes in 11th in points, a big opportunity today to move himself inside the top 10 in standings. Coming into today's race, Dougie Shears is the points leader by a total of 13 points over Ralph Mason from Kyotech Racing. Then it's a total of 18 points back to Dylan Young. Then a total of 23 points back to Richard Johnson. And then a total of 27 points back to rookie points leader Drew Austin. Charles Jackson, Austin LaPlante, Trent Dunham, Anthony McCurry, and William Duncan. That's the rest of the top 10 in points as we will get ready to go now to Green Flag Racing. Certainly going to be a wild one here today. 5 laps of racing, no caution flags, no replays. We're going to be going from green to checker. And whatever happens, happens. Whoever survives is undoubtedly going to be the winner of today's race. Here they go, all rolling off. They'll complete a pace lap, and then we will put them under the green flag. Every one of these drivers knows what they're getting into. We're going to document some of the debut drivers here today in just a moment. As here's your starting lineup for today's event here at Thornton. Drivers making their debuts here today, and one ride actually making its debut, period. Chris Washer is going to be driving the number 7 Jim Beam Chevrolet from Robbie Gordon Motorsports. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. We'll update you on the rest of the debut drivers in just a moment, as the green flag is ready to come out. And there it is. Green flag is waving. We are underway here at Thornton. John Cittadino going to get us underway here. So they take a little hop over that little train track there. Heading now into the right-hander, and now they're heading into the S-turns, which has caused drivers a lot of problems. If they don't enter it right, they could end up hitting the steel guardrails. Let's see if everybody's going to be okay here. Wow, there's a gap back there. What happened? Did somebody wreck? Oh yeah, Mary Cole and Dougie Shears. And Rohit Arbu. That was right up at the front of the field. Mary Cole in the 4. Oh, Dougie Shears just hit that steel guardrail we were talking about. Just flipped himself around. That's the points leader, folks. Already the points leader has found problems here at Thornton, and that puts him leaving Thornton as the points leader in extreme jeopardy, as now the lead is John Cittadino. Joshua Michaels right behind him. Hayden Klein side by side with Dylan Young for third, and now moving into the top 5 is Aaron Williams Jr. in the 24. There's last week's winner from Las Vegas, John Radigan. He's now up here. Austin LaPlante is up there. Oh man, they're getting really wide back here. Keep it together, guys. There's Ralph Mason, second in points. There's the new driver of the 22. Oh, wait a minute. Did I not change the name? Oh, no, wait a minute. No, Kyle Sosnowski's still in the 22. My bad. Whoa, whoa, someone got the wall. Who was it? Heard someone scrape something. Looks like we're all good. Oh, no, no, no. That was, who is that? I can't even tell. Oh, that's Angel Navarro making his debut in the 48, and he got together with Tryfon Reed in the 13. There's another car on pit road just up ahead. Who is that? Oh, it's Dylan Poteet in the 78. What happened to Poteet? Joshua Michaels is taking the lead now, but Poteet's on pit road. Oh, there's damage to James Silverfox in the 19, our Mullen Cup Series winner. There's the 47 of Noah Hart, who could be making his last start for Cowtech Racing. He's in trouble. Who else might have gotten involved? There is Cody Lamas making his not his debut, but his return to the Snickers Cup Series in the 55. Where's that other debut driver? Let's find him. There he is, 41 of Kevin White. Going to the inside now of Sean Henley and Cole Dalley. He's way back here in a hornet's nest. I think there was another debut driver. Try and find him. There was Chris Washer. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was it for the debut drivers. Guess so. Side by side for the lead now. John Cittadino out in front. But here's Dylan Young. And we're seeing the drafting help happening here. Dylan Young getting drafting help from Joshua Michaels. John Cittadino getting drafting help from Hayden Klein. As I said in Truck and Mobile Cup Series events, you wouldn't think of a road course to have drafting aerodynamics, but it happens here at this track with these long straightaways. You want to have the speed going down as fast as you can down these highway straightaways. They're going to head now into the left-hander, right-hander, my bad. And Dylan Young's going to go to the inside line. Can Dylan Young get the run? He's trying to clear John Cittadino. Cittadino trying to get the big run off the high side. Look at him, 3 wide, 4 wide behind him. And Cittadino has cleared Dylan Young. He is still ahead in the 42. Joshua Michaels now going to peek into the middle, make it 3 wide per second between Dylan Young himself and Hayden Klein. John Radigan right back there, seeing which line's going to open up. Watch out back there. Oh, Dylan Young, Aaron Williams Jr. getting so close to that outside line, almost hitting the wall. And there goes Joshua Michaels. He just forced the 27 of Hayden Klein off the track. I don't know where Hayden Klein even went. He just slid right off the racetrack and out of view. That's a tough break for the guy who comes in 11th in the point stands. And we're going to jump now to what we've done in our Mullen Cup Series and Truck Series race. We're going to go to the Nunn camera off this final corner, see who may fall off the turn of death. Here they come off the final corner. And oh, one of them was John Cittadino, the leader! Cittadino, the pole sitter. There goes Madison Saber off. There goes Ralph Mason, second in points off. Oh my goodness. Mason, Cittadino. Oh, Kevin White's on pit road. There's Cittadino, his teammate. And Madison Saber is up and on a roof. Oh my goodness, the leader, second in points. And Madison Saber, all involved here. As the lead now cycles over to Dylan Young in the 2. But just like that, on the very first lap, 3 drivers fly off the turn of death down the 80-foot drop to the beach. tell you, something like that, you see that happen, it makes your heart stop. The defending champ. Second in points, Ralph Mason, and Madison Sieber, who came in 26th in points. All fly off the turn of death. There's James Silverfox, he's pulling into pit road. Noah Hart pulls into her pit stall. There's also Angel Navarro on pit road. There's the points leader, Dougie Shears, still sitting on pit road. Oh, Hayden Klein was actually able to hang on to his race car, even though he's all the way back in 33rd place, but he still is running. After we saw him and Joshua Michaels make contact, and it sent Hayden Klein down into the grass area. There is Joshua Michaels. He's been able to recover as well. Kevin White had to make a pit stop, but he's back on the racetrack. There's Mary Cole way back here. Vadar was back here. James McLeod way back here. There's Cody Lamas. There's Adam Chambers, his teammate Danny Wells. Then there's a battle back here. Jake Cole's back here. Cole Daly, Henley, Nova. I think it's the tail end of the lead pack. The lead pack is really stretched out, and now we got a new leader, Tim Walsh in the 5, now getting challenged by Austin LaPlante for that spot. LaPlante actually had a really good car in the Moment Cup Series event. And he's trying to show off here what he's got in that Toyota for Michael Walter Grayson. Remember, Austin LaPlante comes in 7th in the standings too. Let's actually update where the rest of our drivers in the points are running. We see Dylan Young back there, 3rd in points. He is currently running around the 6th position, I would say. Not too far behind him, running the Tom and Jerry paint scheme, is Trent Dunham. Whoop, where is he? I think I just missed him. There he is. Tom and Jerry Sega Chevrolet, currently running in the top 10 there. He's got Sean Galligan right behind him. Watch out, Trent running very well right now inside the top 10. Let's find out where Anthony McCurry, who's actually considered to be a road course ace, where is he running here at our first road course stop? Back in the 17th position right now in the Rolex colors. We already know his teammate and another road racer, Ralph Mason, is probably out of this race, who came in 2nd in points. I saw Richard Johnson up there at the front. He comes into this race 4th in the standings. There he is, right behind Sean Galligan, just ahead of Dylan Young, and right behind him is Drew Austin in the 9, 5th in points, so they're having good runs. We haven't talked at all about Charles Jackson in the 20, and I think he's running right back there beside Dylan Young, 6th in points, and Charles is having a very good run. And how about Chris Washer making his debut there in that 7th? He's having a good run right now, just outside the top 10. Final driver we haven't talked about yet that's inside the top 10 in points is William Duncan. And there he is, right behind Stephen Pollard III. He's in this mix as well there in that 6 car, sponsored by Eagle One here today. As the leader of this race has changed once again, this time it's going to be Michael Norman, now ahead of Aaron Williams Jr., then out in 3rd between John Radigan and Sean Galligan. Those names actually almost rhyme, Radigan and Galligan. They're going to get that steel guardrail off that corner. Looks like everybody's good, though. A lot of drivers we see hit that steel guardrail. They come up into somebody. We saw what happened, the result with Joshua Michaels and Hayden Klein as they're coming through now. This final corner, Aaron Williams Jr. just took the lead away from Michael Norman. Here they come to the turn of death. 3 drivers went off the first time. Will anybody go off this time? I'm hoping not. Oh, look out. Don't hit the train. Oh, Aaron Williams Jr. just went through the train. Wow. Oh, McCurry, that was close, 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 close. Careful. Oh, I think we're going to get through it this time. I don't think anybody's going to fall off the turn of death. Oh, thank heavens. Oh, wait a minute, I may have spoken too soon, McLeod! Boy. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I don't need this kind of heart failure. Anyway, not Anthony McCurry, man, I'm all flustered right now. Aaron Williams Jr. is the leader now for Hendrick Motorsports at number 24. He was a 2-time winner last season. Would love to be able to get back to bigger lane this season. He's 22nd in points. Right behind him, though, Michael Norman, who's been having a tough time in that single-car race team of Michael Norman Motorsports. 37th in points is where they run right now. And then there's last week's winner, John Radigan, in 3rd place, who moved himself up to 16th in points with his win at Las Vegas. Sean Galligan currently comes into this race 33rd in points. He needs a good run. And Hendrick Motorsports hold 2 of the top 5 spots right now, with Tim Walsh currently running in the 5th position. Tim Walsh comes into this race 27th in points. How about this driver making his debut, Chris Washer? That ride was just tested out this weekend. This team just put together this weekend, and what a performance he is putting on right now there for Robbie Gordon Motorsports, currently in the 6th position. 7th place right now is Drew Austin. Charles Jackson is in 8th. Dylan Young 9th in a battle for 10th right now between a few drivers inside the top 10 in points. William Duncan, Trent Dunham, Richard Johnson there as well. And Alan Tanker joining the crowd there too. Jeffrey Buckeye back there. Stephen Bullitt III is back there. Let's look on pit road, see if anybody else has gone on to the pits that we did not notice. Nope, everybody on pit road that we noticed before. I'm wondering what happened to Dylan Poteet. I didn't see anything happen to the 78, so I don't know what it was that happened to him. But Poteet is dead last in the point standings here in the Snickers Cup Series. That's definitely not what he needed to have happen. Battle on for second right now. Sean Galligan looking to the inside of Michael Norman. Chevrolets hold all top 5 positions. As a matter of fact, they hold the top 6 positions right now. Aaron Williams Jr., Sean Galligan, Tim Walsh, Michael Norman, Chris Washer, and who was the top 5 driver? Oh, John Radigan, yeah. We may have a battle on here for the lead, I don't know. Sean Galligan trying to get the run to the inside of Aaron Williams Jr. in the 24. Now they got a right-hander coming up here first, I believe, which would give Galligan the advantage going down to that turn, but he now is going to tuck back in line behind Aaron Williams Jr. We got to stop for a quick commercial break, folks. We will be right back here with action from Thornton. Back to Survival 400, live from Thornton International Raceway. If you're just joining us, Sean Galligan has just taken the lead now, as we are just about, well, I think we're a little bit past halfway here in this event, and we're coming to the turn of death. Time to go to our regular TV cam here. Oh, Aaron Williams Jr. close. Charles Jackson! Oh my goodness, how did he save that? That was a puff of smoke, or not smoke, but dust, but I can't even see who might possibly fall off. Oh my goodness, Charles Jackson, who comes in 6th in points, just nearly fell off the turn of death, but it looks like he kept it going. Here come all these other cars that are either damaged or slow. Looks like they're all good. There's Sean Henley. Nobody else going to fall off of the turn of death, at least on this lap. That's a good thing to know. Sean Galligan now is trying to be hunted down again by Aaron Williams Jr. Well, actually, I should say Aaron Williams Jr. is trying to hunt him down. I don't think that Sean Galligan is trying to have Aaron Williams Jr. hunt him down. I put that verb with the wrong person. But right now, Sean Galligan looking pretty doggone good for Queen X Racing. Then behind him is 200 Motorsports teammates, Aaron Williams Jr. and Tim Walsh. Then you got Michael Norman lined up in the 3rd position. I'm trying to figure out who that person is back there in 4th. Or actually in 5th place. Oh, that's Chris Washer in the 7th. How would it be for Chris, in his debut here today at a difficult track such as Thornton, to be able to win his first career Snickers Cup Series victory? That would be absolutely incredible. Not to steal a line from Kyle Petty. And look at this, Aaron Williams Jr. got a nice run on Galligan heading to this turn, but he was stuck on the high line, which wasn't the preferred line in this particular left-hander. So now he's left to race single file again. It's actually gotten single file between about the top 10 right now, as Galligan leads, Aaron Williams Jr. 2nd, Tim Walsh in 3rd, Michael Norman 4th, Chris Washer 5th, 6th is John Radigan, Alan Tanker is in 7th, 8th place is going to be Charles Jackson, 9th through Austin, and completing the top 10 is Richard Johnson, 11th is Jeffrey Buckeye, Trent Dunham in 12th, 13th is Stephen Bullitt the 3rd, 14th Dylan Young, William Duncan 15th, 16th place is Emilio Navarrete, Kowski 17th, 18th is Jake Cole, 19th Anthony McCurry, and Danny Wells completes the top 20 with Henry Novo right behind him in 21st, and Cole Daly in 22nd place. All the Hendrick cars running pretty well as Aaron Williams Jr. goes to the inside line, now getting help from his teammate Tim Walsh, who may have thoughts about the lead himself, as John Galligan got a little bit of the steel guardrail there. And Aaron Williams Jr. in the 24, looks like he will go back to the lead. Now the battle is on for 2nd. Galligan trying to get back to the runner-up spot past Tim Walsh. The only Hendrick car that's not really been doing well today is Angel Navarro making his debut, and as we know, he is on pit road, pretty much declaring himself out of this event. But 3 of the 4 Hendrick cars running inside the top 25. Right now, I've been looking, trying to see who it is that would be the current points leader, because if you're just joining us, Dougie Shears ended up hitting a steel guardrail on the very first lap. He came in as the points leader. Ralph Mason, who came in second in points, he went off the turn of death, along with John Cittadino and Madison Sebring. So the question is, who's going to be the current points leader leaving today? Is Aaron Williams Jr. or Sean Galligan rubbing the steel guardrail out there again? Here comes Tim Walsh. Battle between Hendrick teammates here for the lead, but I think Aaron Williams Jr. will get that run off of that turn, and he will keep the lead, I think. Tim Walsh, though, he could be alongside the 24. Yeah, he is. Both of them, though, not having drafting partners, though. 200 Motorsports team is going to take their battle here into this left-hander. And Tim Walsh gets the run on the high side. Here we go. Walsh gets the wall. That's going to allow Aaron Williams Jr. to get away. Once again, Aaron Williams Jr. is going to continue to be the leader. We'll look back and try and document the whole points leader thing in just a moment, because we are coming to the turn of death. We do have to stick around here for this. See if anybody is going to fall off of the 80-foot cliff down to the beach, or if they're all going to be able to make it once again. They all made it last time. Here we go. Here they come off this corner. Keep it together, guys. Keep it together. Trent Dunham. Trent Dunham. Oh, no. Tom and Jerry just fell off the edge. And oh, my goodness. Henry Nova nearly just joined him. Trent Dunham pulling off of Tom and Jerry there. Falling off a cliff. And Trent Dunham, who came into this race 8th in points, there he is already on pit road. Oh, no. Trent was having such a great run. He was running up inside the top 15, and Trent has fallen off the turn of death, just like his teammate from Earnhardt Ganassi Racing, John Cittadino. Oh man, what a tough break for Trent Dunham. And we are on the final lap right now, folks. Aaron Williams Jr. has taken that white flag. Tim Walsh in second. Chris Washer is in third, Alan Taker fourth, and Michael Norman right now completes the top 5. Top 10 are Galligan, Jackson, Jeffrey Buckeye, Drew Austin, and Richard Johnson, who I'm getting the report right now. According to where he's running and where Dylan Young is running, would currently be the new points leader, would Richard Johnson. Dylan Young was up here inside the top 15 for a majority of this race, but he has since fallen way back. I'm not exactly sure why. He's not even in the same pack of cars. And so that's going to lose him some ground. And Richard Johnson, who came in only 5 points behind Dylan Young, is definitely more than 5 positions ahead of him. So right now, it's looking like the driver who came in 4th in points could leave as the points leader. Now, the guy that he's got to worry about is right there, Drew Austin, who came in only 4 points behind Richard Johnson. So if Drew Austin can finish 4 or 5 positions ahead of Richard Johnson within this last lap, Drew Austin could jump back to the top of the points leader. For some reason, it is majorly lagging. I don't understand why. It's a replay thing. It shouldn't be lagging like that. But anyway, right now Aaron Williams Jr. still the leader, and this could come down to a battle between teammates for the win here today. Aaron Williams Jr. and Tim Walsh, both of whom were 2-time winners last season. Aaron Williams Jr. got his 2 wins in the 24. Tim Walsh got his 2 wins in the 56 for Michael Waltrip Racing. And here we go. Tim Walsh going to try and close the gap up between himself and his Hendrick Motorsports teammate. Right now, looks like it could be a Hendrick Motorsports 1-2 finish. But here comes Charles Jackson into the mix. Don't get him. Oh, someone's flipping and barrel rolling back there. Who in the world was that? Was that Alan Tanker? That's exactly who it was. Alan Tanker was up on his roof, and he disappears just before a truck hit him. Stephen Pollard III was involved. Oh, William Duncan also involved. William Duncan, who came into this race 10th in points, got involved in that wreck. Did anybody else get pieces of it that we didn't see? There is Noah Hart. I don't think he was involved, though. Kevin White, Hayden Klein, all these guys were previous. No, I don't think anybody else was involved. I think everybody that was involved we just saw there on pit road. William Duncan, Alan Tanker, and Stephen Pollard III, who all were running up inside the top 20. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, they are gone. And it was fortunate there for the machine of Alan Tanker that he did teleport when he did, or else he would have been nailed by a trailer truck. comes Charles Jackson, though. Man, oh man, has he been on a streak ever since Daytona 500. Trying to think back, I think Charles Jackson has finished inside the top 10, top 15 every race this season. I don't know. I'd have to look back in that. I may be incorrect, but nonetheless, he is all over the back bumper of Aaron Williams Jr. We're coming down to the nitty-gritty here, the final few turns. He is all over the back bumper of Aaron Williams Jr. Look at him, right on his back bumper. But he was not able to get by Aaron Williams Jr. this time. He's got one more turn to do it. Coming off the final corner, off the turn of death. Is anybody going to fall off the edge here as Aaron Williams Jr. heads down there? It looks like everybody's good. And Aaron Williams Jr. is going to hold off everybody. Huge length between himself and Charles Jackson. He crossed the stripe. Aaron Williams Jr. goes to victory lane for the first time this season in the Snickers Cup Series. He wins the Survival 400 at Thornton. And what momentum this has given to Hendrick Motorsports, who really has been kind of lumped together with Tweenix Racing, and everybody wondering, when are you going to get to victory lane? When are you going to be a win-producing team here in Season 6? I think the answer has just been given as far as Hendrick Motorsports is concerned, with Aaron Williams Jr., undoubtedly one of the dominant cars of the day, winning today here at Thornton. And what a well-deserved win it was too. Charles Jackson, I think, got the second position. What a great runner-up finish for him. Jump up here to the official top 10. And Charles Jackson came in 6th in points. The hard luck had by drivers above him, including Dougie Shears, Ralph Mason, Dylan Young. This could move him up really far in the standings. I don't know if he'd be the points leader or not. Gotta see where Richard Johnson finished. Tim Walsh, what a great run for Hendrick Motorsports today. 1st and 3rd, as Tim's going to get his best finish of the season in 3rd. Sean Galligan finishes the day in 4th place. Great run for Tweenix Racing there in that 44. And you got Jeffrey Buckeye, who we really did not talk about all day long, our winner from Phoenix. He ends up getting in the top 5 and 5th. Michael Norman, what a great run for that single-car race team out of Michael Norman Motorsports in 7th. New points leader, possibly Richard Johnson. He'll finish in 7th. Emilio Navarrete, 13th in points. He'll move back in the top 10 standings. He got 8th today. 9th place was Drew Austin. So he had a great run as he came in 5th in points. And Jake Cole, who was all the way down in 40th in points, he's going to get a top 10 run here today for Stewart Haas Racing. So a great run for the Alltel Chevrolet. Don't know exactly who's going to be the points leader. I have a suspicion it's going to be a Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. Question is, though, is it going to be Richard Johnson or is it going to be Charles Jackson? That is what I am not exactly sure of. We're going to find out at the exact same time that you do. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race, and I hope you enjoyed today's race weekend here from Thornton. I certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. We still got to get reports on all those drivers who fell off at the turn of death, including Chris Dunham, Madison Sieber, John Cittadino, and Ralph Mason. Hopefully they are okay. Anyway, here comes your official results, overall point gains, and rookie points heading into next week's race. Not certain where exactly we're going to be heading. I got to figure that out on the schedule. I do know after that we're heading to the High Banks of Talladega. But nonetheless, hope to see you guys for next week's race. And if you've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.